Hi. So I think we could start. Yes. And
Yes.
okay, that's good. Hello everyone. It's nice seeing you here. I am Uni. I am one of the admins for Army Academy, and we are holding this Army Road to College so we could help you decide on what major you would like to take, or if you want to have a glimpse on the major that you want to take. We are here to help you. So for now, this session we will talk about law, and let me introduce our speaker. So our speaker is her name is KS, or you can call her K. She is a second year law student from India and has done an NGO internship in the past and has participated as a speaker in UN Goals discussion segment at CETYS University of Mexico and delegated at Symbiosis Business Conference in India. Her hobbies include reading and writing, and she recently has had the honor to get her first poem published. Wow, it's amazing. She looks forward to talking to us, to our diverse army, and would love to help anyone who needs it. And always remember that you are all free to to ask questions to our dear speaker. So without further ado, let me introduce Kay. Hi, Kay.
Hi. Thank you for such a wonderful introduction. So, um, I'm Kay. Hello, everyone. And as you know, I'm a second year law student from India. So, I don't know how much of my knowledge will be helpful for you, but I'll try my best to help you. Thank you. And you can ask me any questions you would like or would like me to speak on anything. You can question me at any time. I'm happy to be here.
Thank you so much as well. We are also happy to have you here.
So, should I start?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So, I'm going to briefly explain to you about law, like what to expect when you take it up and what is there in it. Yes, you can change the slide. Yes. So what do you expect, or what is to be expected of you as a law student? I'll do it in brief, and then I'm going to ask you that what do you want to take up uh, when you take law as a career, and after that, I'll tell you about your options. I'm going to tell you very limited options. There are a lot of other options, so please don't be reliable only on those. These are some basic options which I'm going to tell you. So, okay, please understand that. And then we'll talk about some basics, some jobs which you can take up, and then I'll give you some resume tips. So we can start. So, what is law? I'll tell you from the basics. So, when the society started, it was in great chaos because people just wanted what was the best for them. They just wanted to have their interests fulfilled. So the society was in chaos. And so people slowly understood that they need some kind of rules, some kind of discipline to govern them. And hence they came up with laws. And so the thing was, they understood it that they need some rules. And so they appointed a person whose major job will be to govern people, to understand them, to take care of their needs. So that's how the law actually came into being. So it evolved slowly, and slowly the law became diverse and categorized into various categories as mentioned in the slide, like crimes, constitution, civil laws such as torts, contracts, consumer protection laws, cyber laws, copyright laws, CSR, family laws, and many others such as wildlife, ammunition laws, etc. So I'll explain to you like what to expect. These are some basic laws which I have listed. You'll get a basic idea like what you are going to study when you take up law, what kind of laws there are. So you will get a basic idea what you are going to do, what you are going to study. We see on YouTube videos like this is why she should take up law. I used to search it too, but mostly what I got was okay, if there is money, it will be easy, or things like that, which are not that important. But the thing is, what you need to study, why you should take it up, that's the major things, because that is what will earn you the money. That is what will earn you the popularity or how good you are, of how well you do your job. That's the most important part, if you are interested in it or not. So I'll just give you a brief up about the certain laws that I've listed here. If you have any questions, please tell them to me. After I finish every slide, I'll ask you if you have any questions or you want me to explain a point further, please tell me, I'll do it. So first is crimes or criminal law. So in criminal laws, there are punishments and sections and other crimes which are explained in the criminal law. The criminal law contains crimes such as offenses such as theft or murder or stalking or rape or dowry death, among other things. These are offenses which are very grave in nature. Most of them are grave in nature. When you hurt a person, the body of a person, or the property of a person, these things are listed in crimes. There are punishments listed. You have to get well versed in all of them. And then there is constitutional law. In constitutional law, so constitution is basically please tell me if I'm speaking very fast. I'll slow down, okay? Please don't hesitate it. So in constitution is a rule book of a country. In constitution, we learn about the rights and duties of people and of the branches of the government. Nobody can override a constitution. So there are rights listed of people and omitted, like what a person can and cannot do, of what a foreign citizen that lands in your country can and cannot do. These rights are very intrinsic, very basic, very significant in nature, and they cannot be infringed even by the new laws unless it is stated. So these are constitutional rights. And then we have civil laws. Civil laws are less severe than criminal laws, and there is no imprisonment. Crime entails punishment and imprisonment, but civil laws don't particularly entail imprisonment. They are mostly like fines and some other things which you will learn further, and which includes torts. So torts are very basic crimes, like very basic offenses, like it contains negligence. Okay, I'll read it. It contains negligence or financial losses, something like that, or consumer protection laws, or contracts. So what is a contract? Contracts, these are like the basic things. When you buy something, you buy a register. That's particularly a contract, that I'm buying this from you and I'm paying you in return. Those are basic contracts which are in daily life. Or consumer protection laws, like if you give me a false, you say that this register is like from a certain company and these pages are really good, but it's actually a lie, and then you get fraud. The fraud happens and it's bad, so you can go to consumer protection forums or civil courts for that. So I'll read the question now. You don't have to answer now, but I'm currently working in human rights organization and I really love the work I do. And so I have thought of going into human rights law, but a lot of my family members have discouraged me from going into this sector because there's less of need for human rights lawyers, so it'd be harder for me to get well paid job in future. Do you think that is true? No, I don't think it is true. Because human rights laws, I guess they are very intrinsic in nature, and with the era that we are in, these lawyers are very needed. And the thing is, even if you are a criminal lawyer, it will be hard unless you are good at your job. If you have a good resume, if you know what your job is, you know it well, you can get it. It is not bad at all. Please, if you are interested in it, you can convince them with your work. The discouragement is through their words. If you are really interested in it, you can go through the courses. I will also give the CV or resume tips further. Those are some basic things that can help you develop it, and they can get you internships. And the better your resume, the better are your chances of getting a good job. You can work in organizations or private firms under the government. It's very needed. Human rights lawyers are actually like the face of today. They are very needed. So yes, you can get a well-paid job in future. So then I was talking, there are cyber laws. So in cyber laws, it's basically everything that is on the internet. It contains cyber laws. Even copyright laws are also contained in cyber laws. It includes hacking, or if someone is stalking you through the social media, everything it is contained in cyber laws. And in copyright laws, so what is a copyright? Copyright is something when you copy somebody else's work without giving them credit. Those are copyright. And in a copyright, most of the time you need a permission to copy somebody's work. And unless it is stated that you can use it without a permission, you always need a permission to work on to copy somebody else's work. Copyrights includes literature work, poems, books, software, or even music. These are some of the things that are included in copyright laws. And then we have CSR, that is corporate social responsibility. In corporate social responsibility, so I'll give you an example. So there is this ABC company which makes clothes. So the raw materials which are used in making the clothing of that brand or that company, those raw materials, not all of them are good for the environment. Some of them are bad for the environment. So the thing is, if you are a CSR advisor to that company, your job will be to limit that trade, to limit the usage of that material, or what your job can be, that whatever you are taking up from the society, you are also giving them by taking part in campaigns which help people, which brings an improvement in the society. Those are contained in corporate social responsibility. A corporate social responsibility of a company also increases their relevancy, their quality of how good it is. So as we know, Hybe, their corporate social responsibility is really good. They actually look at other companies' social corporate responsibility by when they want to have a deal with them of how good their CSR is, of if they are contributing to the environment or not. They look into it. It's actually a very good job. And then we have family laws. So in family laws, we have customs or usages. So in India, we have different family laws for different religions. Um, so in different religions like Hindu law or Muslim law or Parsi law or uh, a lot of others. And in family laws, we contain marriage laws or maintenance laws or succession laws. So family law contains all those religious laws and different things which are included in it. So the question, take your time to answer my question. Is finance law a part of civil law? I'm aiming to become a CPA attorney. Finance, actually, some part of it is yes. Obviously, it is a civil law because finance is something which is not that severe, and obviously, it is not a crime. So yes, it is. You can do it. What is CPA? What is CPA? I'm sorry, I'm not well versed in it. I haven't heard it. Civil protection attorney. I'm not really sure. I'm sorry, but yes, it is a part of it. Next slide, please. If you have any questions, any more questions, you can put it. Any more? I guess no. Okay. So, why law? Um, why law is you can have a lot of reasons for choosing law. So I'll ask you first, what is your reason for choosing law? Why do you want to choose law? Any answers? You can participate if you want to even unmute a mic. That's nice. That's very good. Helping others is very good. Oh, finding it interesting. That's nice. Anyone else? Okay, I guess that's it. If I have a chance, I also want to help people. That's very nice. To help others, you don't have particularly need to like study law professionally. You can take up a course or like basic understanding is also very good. But the thought of helping people is really good. On defending women, that's nice. I chose law because I really like our law and politics subject, which I was in senior year. That's nice. Yes, interesting. I find it interesting because it allows to help those who are wrongfully convicted. Nice. You're very thoughtful people. Okay, so we were discussing why law. So as I said, you can simply want to help others, but you need to understand what you are going to do to help others. And if you want to study that, or there are other ways too, it's completely your choice. And then there is, if you like lots of reading or researching, then it's a very good option to take law because by taking up law, you're like signing up for studying a lot, and you have to mostly keep updating if there is a new law and if there is an amendment or if there is a change in the old laws or why it was changed and why a new one, what is it there is in the new one that wasn't in the old one. So things like that. Or you can like researching, and in researching there can be why such a law was made or why there is need for a new law. Everything includes in researching, or such a law can be made, or interpreting, analyzing things, or good at reasoning. If you are good at reasoning, for example, you can, if you are arguing something, you can get to the origin of it, or you can be good at analyzing it, that so if X was done, then Y was the result, and why was it the result, everything that is included. So the question, and to answer the question, I was interested learning in Law Phoenix, right? game. Okay. Then, if you like arguing or putting your opinions, then you can choose law too, because law includes, if you are becoming a lawyer or an attorney, it includes lots of talking and also giving out your opinion, because as a lawyer people will ask your opinion again and again on different things, so that they are not against a law, because that will entail a punishment. So if you are good at arguing, then you're making up your point, you are defending someone or you're prosecuting someone, then your arguing skills will help you a lot, because you can win them and then you can defend the person you are defending. And among many other options, you can help for any reason you want. You can want to take up law for any reason, but these were some basics that if you are good at these things, taking up law would help you. So, yes, please don't limit yourself. Any other questions or opinion? Okay, I guess not. Please, the next slide. Okay, so this slide is for the current situation, that even if for some people, if they have already taken up law, then they have their exams in this year or the next year, or they're preparing to do it in the next 2 years or thinking about doing it. We don't know how the situation is. Every country is different, and some have opened up, and while others, like my country, it's my second year and I am still at home and I haven't stepped a foot in my college. So everything is online, and it's okay. The procrastination that you're doing and not just delaying everything, not wanting to do things, resting a lot, it's actually normal. You don't have to run. Everything that I'm going to explain, everything that I have explained, it is useful, but it is not that you have to do it step by step and you have to just run in the race by doing these things. No, it's not. No, you don't have to do that. Please take up your own pace. Just do it as taking your time. There is no race going on. Okay, if you are good, if you want to do it, nobody can stop you. But if you are nervous and if you are running, then there will be a lot of constraints in the path, because you're not understanding one thing and then jumping on the other. That's why there will be less knowledge. You have to experience everything and then move to the next thing. The pandemic has caused a lot of changes in our lives, and we don't know if these changes will continue or we will go back to our old normal or not. But we have to keep evolving and we have to keep understanding things and adopting them. So yes, you have to slowly and slowly understand new things, and there may be new subjects, we don't know, but you have to keep learning for that. And also one thing, that pandemic has caused a lot of people not having the experience of the physical world, or what is, we can't gain practical knowledge because of it, because we can't go into the field. A lawyer has to go into the court to argue, to get a real life experience, to actually understand the gravity of the situation. Or an advisor goes to their offices to understand the things, or a judge has to sit there on that chair and then understand what is happening between the two, defendant or the prosecutor, or plaintiff or defendant, or whatever it is, the people, those two people who are fighting, what is the cause, everything. If you are sitting inside the court, you understand the situation better. If you are a teacher cannot teach without a classroom, because they cannot see the faces of the people, they cannot understand. The major objective is to learn, the major objective is to teach. But without a classroom, you cannot understand your basic objective. The thing that you are there for is to teach people. You cannot do that because of that. So the thing is, you have to slowly and slowly get used to it, but you also need to find ways and means of how you can improve this experience and make it fun for everyone. So please don't be discouraged. There are a lot of constraints that are going to come and that have come, and but you need to understand and, I guess, adopt. Please don't be discouraged. So okay, the next slide, please. Okay, so these are the career options. Please don't be limited. These are the some of the ones I could think of at the moment, so I wrote them down. So first is a lawyer or an attorney. It can be under the government as a government's lawyer or an attorney, or an individual who is just in their home, in their office, just helping people as an individual. Or you can work under a firm with other lawyers and take up cases. You can do that, or you can aim to become a judge or a magistrate. A judge is like a higher level of a lawyer, and a magistrate deals with less serious crimes, and these can be civil in nature or criminal in nature. Or you can become a judge of a special court. Special courts, example like terrorist, for example, these kind of special courts, or any forum or a tribunal. So a forum or a tribunal is something, they can be temporary or they can be permanent. They can be specialized tribunals or forums. They are like courts, but they are not, they cannot be called courts. For example, there are constitutional provisions which allow the government to set up different forums or tribunals for special purposes. For example, as I said, Consumer Protection Forum is for the cases which are under consumer protection that the forum or tribunal is used. Or human rights, there are human rights tribunals too that take up specialized human rights cases. Or you can be an advisor to corporates, that you can advise them on their matters, whatever they are going to take up. If they are making deals with other companies, or they are using a material from a certain place, if it is useful to do that, if it is viable to do that, if the laws from that country or that region allow you to take it up, you can become an advisor to those corporates. Or you can become a CSR specialist, a corporate social responsibility specialist, and you can just, your responsibility will be to make sure that the company is doing enough. If their CSR ranking or schedule or the work that they are doing in that subject is good enough, or their points are well. Corporate social responsibility, earlier the jobs in this field were very less, but as we know that the resources in the on the planet are depleting, this is becoming a very needed field for companies to fulfill slowly by slowly. So you can become that too. Or teachers, professors at schools or colleges, you can do that. Or become a researcher on researching on various fields of law. And it's not that only law. If you are interested in psychology and law, or economics and law, or literature and law, or among others, you can still do it as a researcher. That what is the connection of economics and law, or how are different departments or fields in economics and law, how they are connected, how more laws can be framed to help you in that field of developing a new law for that. So Those are the jobs of a researchers, and researchers can be like working under anybody, because researchers are also important while preparing a case, that for lawyers or corporates or judges. Researchers are everywhere. Researchers are very much needed in any job that you do. You will need a researcher to work on that case to help you. Or as I told you, psychology plus law, we can do criminal psychology. We know what the uh, crimes or offenses are, and we want to know the psyche of why the crime was done. This crime is grave in nature, but why was it done? You can also do that. And of course, so in India, you don't need education to become a minister. But I have heard that in a lot of countries you need specific degrees or an educational qualification, and it is actually good. If you want to become a politician, it is it is good if you have a law degree, because you know what you are doing, what you are framing, what you are legislating. It is very useful. So, if you are working in the executive department or a politician, law is very useful. So these were the careers among many others, which I'd suggest that these can be helpful. Yeah. Any questions? How to learn so that the chapter in the law are easy to remember? It depends. So the thing is, while I was doing contracts, there are, so in Indian contract law, I would say, uh, there are sections on, first you have to understand what are the essentials of the contracts, and to understand what these essentials are, each point has their own section. So you have to remember it that way. Each law you have to understand or connect the dots and have to make your own pattern or method to learn them. There is no fixed pattern. When you study, you will know how to connect the dots. Connecting the dots is all about what law is. You have to understand that way. What does it mean to be a partner of a law firm? Um, a partner of a law firm. So, there is this thing. You can individually start a law firm, okay? And you can be a partner in a law firm. Like, for a partnership, two people are needed, okay? Two or more people. So, as a partner, you will be like the head, and then you are the one managing, and you are the one who other people are listening. A partner is like a second head. Partners can be equal, and partners can be unequal too. Like, their shares can depend. Other things you will learn in the partnership law, but a partner is also like a head. It can be equal, it can be unequal, and there are a lot of rights and duties that the partners have and share, and a lot of rules that they need to adhere to remain as a partner, and refraining from them can actually lead you to not become a partner and to actually destroy the firm. There are a lot of rules, and you will learn them in the Partnership Act of your country. Is it true that in law you have to be good at English and public speaking? It depends. I am not good at public speaking. I am speaking right now, but I am actually a very shy person. I am not good at this at all. And slowly I'm learning it. I took up this too because it's kind of a practice. I don't get a lot of opportunities, but I'm learning. You don't have to be already good at everything. You can learn in the process. So there is this thing. I don't know if you people know him or not, or what kind of a image you have of him. So Mahatma Gandhi, he was a lawyer, And I don't know if you all know who he is or what he did or not in the history. He was one of the freedom fighters of India, and he actually took up a lot of campaigns and everything, and he was a great public speaker, a great orator, and a lot of people listened to him, and whatever he spoke had a value in it. And he was a very shy person. He could not to save someone speak in public, but he as he went to study law, he learned there on how to speak, and he was very shy and he overcame it slowly. It Shyness and public speaking do not necessarily do have to have a connection. I'm public speaking, but if you talk to me in person, I may be shy. Public speaking is you are talking to a bunch of strangers, or you can speaking to your family, but they do not know what law is. Most of the time, public speaking is that. If you are speaking, mostly when you are public speaking, what you have in mind is what you are speaking is what you know. They don't know what you are speaking, what you have in mind, what is the context, what is the background, why are you doing this. Mainly the thing is that gives you the confidence. And for English part, it depends on your country or the region or where you want to practice. If you are if you are in a state which do not necessarily tell you to speak in English and in courts, then you can learn it in your native language too. It is not necessary. There are a lot of translation works which you can do if you know both languages too. So yes, no, it is not important. If you should be good at English or public speaking, you can not be good at them. You can learn them, and English is not important. It depends from where you are from. So yes, any other questions? I guess not. So next slide, please. I hope I satisfied you with my answers. If not, then you can ask me again, or if you want me to elaborate, you can tell me to. Okay. So these are some tips for your resume or CV. Um, there are things called Model United Nations or MUNs. These are places where you do mock debates about a lot of topics. For example, the topic of a debate at Model United Nations can be sustainability. Sustainability, and the people there will be given roles as different countries, and you have to speak about that country's situation in that subject. Those are the things which are done in Model United Nations with the help of rules. Does knowing different languages like Japanese, Korean, etc. help you if you want to work for MNC as legal advisor? Yes, these are very helpful. If you want to work in a Japanese MNC, it will be very helpful. It depends. The thing is, where you are working, if that language is helpful there or not. Korean, um, Korean. The thing about Korean is it is a very the value of this language is it's increasing, so it will be helpful in future. It may be helpful right now. It does not have that much relevancy. If you learn French or German or Spanish or Japanese has a very high value, and Chinese too. These are the languages which have a very high value if you learn them. What is an MNC legal advisor? Multinational company. A multinational company advisor. It's a very big company, and you can. It's a corporate advisor mainly. A very big corporate advisor. That's a legal. That's an MNC legal advisor. Um, so I'll tell you in CV too. You if you learn a foreign language, it enhances the value of your resume or CV because, well, the law has developed from various languages, and if you know its origins, if you know from where it came from, if you know the root of that language, it will be easy for you to understand, to interpret, and to make a better case and a better argument. So, learning a foreign language is very important and good and significant. It can help you. If you don't want, it's your choice, but it is helpful if you learn it. And it depends where you are, where you do you want to work. If you want to work in America or England or Canada or Australia, it depends where you are going to work, what their requirement is. Generally, French, German, or Spanish are very useful. So, yes, MUNs, we learned about MUNs, and then there are mock parliaments. So, there are these activities where people pretend to be parliamentarians, like prime minister or deputy prime ministers and speakers. So, there you just lay out whatever country you are representing or whatever the topic of their parliament is, the topic of that country's parliament is. So you all speak about it and debate about it in mock parliaments, debates. There are general debates on, you can talk about any topic. Debates can enhance your confidence too. Speeches, you can give speeches on various subjects. Again, it will enhance your confidence and your writing skill when you're preparing that speech. Moot courts, I don't know if without actually learning you can give moot courts, but when you become a law student, you have to participate in moot courts. Moot courts are actually like mock courts or pretend courts where there is a judge, lawyers, defenders, prosecutors, and you and a researcher too. So these are like a fake scenario and a fake court which is set up, and you have to debate there. And then there are courses. If you do other courses, it will enhance your resume because it will show that you have knowledge about various laws and you have done courses in them. Then there is diploma. Diploma is less valuable than a degree. Diploma is like, diploma courses are mostly 1 year courses, and they you can do it in like criminal law or specifically in civil law. Yes, diploma student. Yes, you can do anything. You can do a specific subject of law in in diploma, and it will show that for that specific law you have more knowledge, more detailed knowledge, and it will also enhance the value of your CV. And then there are foreign languages, as I told you. And then there are societies or cells in colleges or universities. It is very good if you participate in them. Our diplomas a little like masters since they are a year long, like a masters. Um, I am not sure about other countries, but in my country, masters are 2 years courses, and diplomas are not like masters. The thing about masters is you are not doing masters in criminal law. You are doing masters in law. And so masters is overall detail of what you are doing masters in. Masters in literature you are doing, but diplomas are a lot less than. I am from UK, so it's a year long for masters. Maybe that's why there's a difference. Yes, masters and diplomas are not equal. Diploma is you are doing a specific subject and you are doing it detailed, but masters are much, much, much more valuable. And diplomas are done uh, before a degree, or when you are doing a degree, or when you are doing a master. You can do a diploma whenever you want. But for masters, you have to have done a degree, and then only you can do a master's. So, if you join societies or cells in a university, that will help you too, because you helped in doing whatever was required in that, or what events that organizes. It will show that you are capable of managing, you are capable of participating. There is something in you that you were selected for that society or cell. So these are a few things that will actually enhance your resume. If you keep doing these things, it will actually just show that you will be a valuable recruit for that. Any other questions? Any? I guess not. Okay. Next slide, please. Okay. So hobbies and extracurricular. It is very important. If you are like very work driven, so you all know that all work and no play is not very fun and not very good for your health too. A little extra curricular or some hobbies would actually help you, not only in giving you a break from what you are actually doing and continue to do so, but it will make your brain a little more creative too, and enhances your knowledge on various things on the hobby that you take up, a sport, or reading something other than law. For example, I, for one, I like reading a lot, especially literature. I love reading and I love writing. So I keep doing that when I am not studying, or like I love to speak too, or so I can take part in other events. Yes, so that's the thing I do. Whatever you like as a hobby or an extracurricular, you can put it in your CV or resume too. It will only show that you are eager and curious to learn that thing. But as we know, it is not always important to be spending your time developing a hobby that will benefit you. It is not always important. You can do something which you like. There are things which can help you enhance your resume or CV, but there are things which will not. But you will like them, and it will be a kind of a break or a relax from the other things. So hobbies are important, and as we are in a pandemic, many people like me, we haven't had a chance to go out. Developing these hobbies will distract you. I like listening to music, I like writing, I like reading. These are my hobbies. You can have other hobbies like sports, or you can like reading too. Among other things, you can like art, painting, drawing, sketching. Those things will help you. So, what are your hobbies? Nice. Going into the nature is good. It refreshes you. Reading, writing poetry, making music and beats. Oh my god, that's so nice. I love writing and I love reading too. And I love writing poetry. I just love it. You do music and beats, that's nice. It refreshes your mind. It makes your mind more creative. It gives you time to think and to understand things. Baking, and I used to paint, but I haven't been able to do that because of school. Yeah, it's nice. You're very creative. It'll help you eventually when you'll go to college or school. If you live alone, these things are going to help you a lot. Reading, baking, boxing, and listening to BTS's music 24/7. That's nice. Reading and listening to music. I draw sometimes and listen to music while dancing as if I'm electrocuted. Nice. Listening to music and reading, gaming and watching. it's nice. Even reading fan fiction is also so useful because they teach you a lot of, I guess, life lessons. Even because I am a very closed off person, I have read some fan fiction too, and those things, I actually understood things on how to communicate because I'm very bad at communication. So nothing is ever useless. They always teach you some things. It's only you who should have the curiosity and eagerness to learn it, to understand that thing. Yep, that was me. If you have any more questions, you can ask them, or you want me to elaborate, or you want me to go back on a point, I can tell you, or you want me to speak on something else too, I can talk. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Wait, I'm going to stop sharing. Yeah, so that, wait, how do I, there you go. Thank you. Anyway, I really appreciate your talk, and I was able to learn a lot more about law, and I didn't know that about Mahatma Gandhi. Like it's a new fact for me.
Thank you so much, everyone. If you have questions, you can ask. And I can even provide you my mail ID. If you need any further assistance, you can always mail me.
Yeah,
Should I?
yeah, if you want, you can type it in the message so that other people would
Okay.
see. Yeah, and they also said that'd be great. Oh, one has Rita, I believe has a question.
I'll read it. Yes, yes, you can ask me. How do you handle when you need to control your emotion with group or discussion? Oh, that's like that's a very important question. It's actually first to listen to everyone. Not everyone is capable of listening. Not everyone is capable of understanding. Yeah, it is not easy. It takes a lot of it takes a lot of patience to understand everybody. People are very aggressive while putting up their points. But the thing is, as a law student, mostly what you learn is to convince people. You are the one who will convince them because you are the one in charge who knows most of the things. So if you have an important point, you need to put it up. If people are not ready to listen, you have to make them listen. You need to understand how they are and what is their personality. How are you going to make them listen to you? So I guess in order to do that, some of the people just want to be listened. Just listen to them, wait for your turn, and then you can speak. But also, if you're in competitions, you have to compete for speaking. So it depends on your situation, depends on who you are talking with, in what can you do at the moment for you to be listened. So you have to calculate everything and then, I guess, act. I hope you're satisfied. Hi, I'm also from India and actually I'm a dropout student. I gave my entrance exam this year but couldn't make it, so please help me with tips and things I could look for. That's nice. So I'm also studying in a private university. I'm not in a government university either. So the thing is that I took up law because I was familiar with it. I did not have a dream of doing anything or was passionate enough about anything else that I wanted to take it up so badly. So I was suggested law by my parents. I started preparing for the Indian exam, that is CLAT, and but the thing was that I took it up very in a casual manner and did it like that too. So I couldn't make it to a government university. But please don't be sad if you don't if you are not able to make up for a government university. Many people, many parents just tell you to take up a government university. If it is a financial constraint, then a public university, a government university, you have to take it up, you have to work hard for it. But if you can go for a private university, it is not bad. It just depends on your capability. I personally, I am from Symbiosis. So the thing is, what is useful at that time, what college is useful at that time, you need to look up at different colleges' website and profiles. You need to give interviews for the same. There are some private colleges which ask you for an entrance exam for that college, and some private colleges don't. So for to be in a private colleges, you need a thorough research for it, because some of them just want your money. While most of them want private colleges want your money, some are useful too. So you need to dig up which college will better suit you, where you want to go, which state you can go, and you can see that. For example, Symbiosis is also a good option if it's Pune or Noida. There are some others. Also, there are some government colleges. There are reservations according to states. You can look up that too. That if you have a reservation in your state for the people of your state, that will help you a lot too. I hope you're satisfied. You can also mail me. I have provided my mail address. I can help you in any way I can. Any other?
Yeah, guys, if you have other questions, you can still ask. Feel free.
Yes.
I think they have no questions now. They're all
Yeah.
thanking you,
Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity.
and thank you for giving us an insightful talk. I think the armies who have listened to you learned a lot.
Thank you so much, everyone.
Yeah, thank you guys, and have a great day
Yes.
or night, wherever you are.
Yes.
Nice.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.